had a saying in the Corps, save one life and you're a hero. Save 100 lives. Well, then you're a nurse.
Sarah, this series is a prequel to One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. How does this show dive deeper into Nurse Ratched's story?
Well, first of all, it just takes the dive period is a deeper dive because there's so little known about Mildred Ratched from the film. So everything was sort of opened for interpretation and everything was on the table. And because it's Ryan, he sort of went to some very extreme places. And I was very grateful for that because it meant I had a lot of room to move around where I didn't have to adhere to one locked way of playing her. But it's very interesting to have an end game in sight of knowing where she ends up and sort of rewinding at warp speed to a time when she was in her developmental stage as a person.
Cynthia, you play a woman who works for the governor, and we know, of course, that you ran for the governor of New York. What drew you to this role?
The chance to work with Sarah, definitely. The chance to be in the Ryan Murphy universe and to act with all of these folks, like to get to act with people who are your heroes and your idols, like Sharon and like Judy Davis and Sophie Okonedo. I mean, it's incredible. Also, just a really fun, fascinating character and a chance to go back, to this historical period when there were queer characters, but we had no representation in the movies, and trying to imagine who we were and what we were up to.
And Sharon, what made you want to be a part of this show?
I think Ryan is a genius, and I like the fluidity of his mind. I just think he picks the greatest actors and actresses, and every person in every department really brings their A game. You can go on the set and you can give it all you've got, and it's not too much. Everybody is giving it all they've got. Every department is giving it all they got. It's just, you can slide right into just a completely winning environment, which is very, very exciting.
Told that you're mad when that's what's driving you mad.
I should have never let you into this hospital.
You've both worked with Ryan Murphy before. What is it about him and his work style that keeps you coming back?
Because he keeps asking me, and that's a wonderful thing. For him to ask you back, that's a compliment, because, come on, his projects are, just one of the best around in the industry. And his vision is just, out of this world.
I think because that everything you're going to be given is going to be, we know it's going to be extreme. We know it's never going to be boring, and you're going to be put in like maybe emotionally or mentally dangerous territory. You go to some scary places. Working with him a lot, like we talk about the cast coming over and over, but not everyone knows that a lot of the crew stays the same from thing to thing. So it's a safe space to do dangerous things.
There's a dearth of characters for women my age just floating about in the sea of this, industry we're in. So a lot of people ask me, like, why don't you go work with someone else? And it's like, if someone else were calling with as many interesting opportunities as Ryan continues to present to me, I would. But I keep coming back because the material is just unquestionably rich and a real opportunity to sink my teeth into something. And he tends to write stories for women who are at the center of the story. And all of these women are so really, really defined and multidimensional. And you don't always get that, where every character has a real shape and a real life. And that's really, how could I walk away from that? Hard to do.